Welcome to this quarterfinal between Burjuman and VIF, our proud Swedish representative. Yeah, what do you think about this game, Anton?
I mean, this is a very exciting game for us, since there are some, Hello Stockholm, there are some Stockholm roots in both of these teams. Maybe one of them more than the other, but Swedish sort of powerhouse, VIF, and then the French team, Burjuman. I'm not sure, I think they're a lot like a pickup team, but it's always fun to see them in these sort of tournaments, always performing quite well. So I expect this to be a very close and good game.
Yeah. Burjuman, of course, first time at this tournament. Previously, they've attended as Tornedisk with a lot of overlap between those teams. But here we are. First pool has already been launched. And we see Burjuman setting out the play. Manal with the disc. Really tough mark there by VIF. And it looks like there's a call on the field, although game is also proceeding.
Yeah, not everyone seems to be up on point. Yeah, discussion is, it's call stands, and disc seems to be, unless contested, seems to be returning to the thrower.
Yeah. Travel called on Manal's throw, seems like.
Let's see if it's just maybe a lefty bias. Manal being a very talented left-handed thrower. Maybe the VIF player wasn't quite expecting him to pivot off the other foot. So let's see if they resolve it as a contest or uncontest.
Pretty rough call in my opinion, but nevertheless, call stands.
Yep. See?
Disc in. Manal finding the reset. Swings it back to Manal. Great timing on that throw, but they can't connect it deep. Goban putting it up. Oh! What a sky by number 15. Great grab over the VIF player.
It seemed the VIF were playing a lot of sort of poachy defense on the handlers, which is allowed Burjuman to sort of swing it back and forth in the runway, eventually resulting in a no, that was the retracted call.
The previous score, or the first score we saw, that was obviously retracted, sent back. And then maybe we can get a replay of that 6 guy.
So see, I'm not sure. I haven't seen much of these teams this tournament. I'm not sure if they're more sort of used to these outdoor throws or these indoor throws. But it's going to be fun to see how they, change it up during the course of the game.
Yep.
And reacting to different defenses and different setups.
The two teams obviously played each other in the power pool of Group D. The two faced off. That time Burjuman getting the better of VIF. So we'll see. VIF really keen for revenge, probably. Here we can say Johan Leandersson with the disc, dumping it. The Dahlberg brothers.
VIF seems to be kind of stuck in the backfield for now, not really finding any options up the field. Some deep cuts are happening, but the defense seems to be handling them pretty well. Finding an open shot, and then another open shot. Defense seems to be poaching off quite a bit. They're getting a lot of these open, just very open looks. And then not really quite the same magnitude of a sky, but a sky nonetheless from Dahlberg.
Yep. There we can see the connection that these VIF players have with each other. And safe hands from number 17, Dahlberg. So simultaneously we have another semi-final also going on the field next to it, field 4. It's a hybrid playing against Helsinki, in that quarterfinal. Yeah. And it's 2-all in that one, so shaping up to be a great bracket play here with a lot of tight games to up ahead. Manal with the disc, that lefty flick slicing through the defense. We can see
Ooh.
Timing deep.
Nice inside leg. See, yeah, it seemed they initially got quite stuck in the end zone, but I think they're also quite comfortable just swinging it back and forth, since they know that they have these sort of very well sort of trained throwers that have both a good decision making of when to throw certain throws and also have the execution to do so.
An easy score, you have to say, by Burjuman in the end.
Yeah, just an open side look, really. Blown coverage on the defender in the end zone. Just you can say there, Filipovski not really getting there on his at a full sprint, sort of getting caught up on his heels and just yeah, getting his the cutter to just get an open look. You know, I think it's just been 3 holes in a row now, so it's for the moment a very offensively driven game. So it'll be interesting to see if Burjuman can find some sort of new defensive set that maybe Vikkofors aren't quite as used to sort of shake it up and see. But I think it worked out pretty well last time as well. Vikkofors getting quite stranded, although they did get it through at the end.
Yep. You can see here Pierre Lemaire picking up the mark. And Burjuman doing a good job of stifling Vikkofors. Not a lot of gainers, but Vikkofors playing in the round nonetheless. Thomas offloading the disc to Lele, who goes deep, and the huck is sent.
Let's see.
Lele, can he hunt it down?
Yes, he can. Yeah, so that was quite a sort of flat look from Vikkofors. Not quite the indoorsy throw that you maybe might have expected. But I think I've seen a lot of these sort of games have also been, since it isn't quite an indoor field and it is both turf and also larger than an indoor field. These sort of flatter hucks are way more sort of viable on these sort of fields than your regular indoors.
And here we have the perfect angle of Lele running that disc down. We can see he dumps it and then just goes deep and gets a great huck.
Yeah, just ejecting from the handler set. And with those sort of long strides, just accelerating quickly and getting separation from his defender.
Yep.
So very poachy on the handlers now. Burjuman has 1 or 2 handlers that are just completely open at will.
All right, here we can see foul called on the mark. Burjuman setting up in a 3-handler set, kind of, with 2 isolations. Getting the disc in the midfield.
Loris just giving and going, heading deep, ejecting from the handler set. See, can find Manal all the way back there. Continue swinging to the other sideline, just changing the side of the field, making the Vikkofors players having to adjust their positioning as well. Either forcing, it could be a force middle, possibly. Not so sure. Yeah, seems to be.
And that's a turn. Vikkofors now with a chance to break.
Let's see if they can punch it in, get the first break of the game. And it would be especially important for them if they can break and then also keep that momentum up going into half to get a second offensive chance. But for now, just content swinging it and then finding the very front corner of the end zone, just open side look.
And Filipovski collecting that disc, one of the many veterans of this Vikkofors team, you have to say. Yeah. So timeout called.
Yeah, apparently what they did worked out. I was unfortunately looking away just as the turn happened, so I can't really tell. Did you see what the cause of the turn was? Was it a defensive?
I'd say it rather is a miscommunication.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
we'll see.
But all turns are created, or not created equally, but are nevertheless worth the same amount. So let's see if Burjuman can bounce back.
Yeah, I think Vikkofors are pretty happy nonetheless, regardless of how it came to be.
The French
For now, just
putting it back and forth. 15 coming to collect it. Back to Manal. Manal to Pierre Lemaire.
Number 15 there, I think usually seen very end zone heavy player. Seeing him sky quite a bunch, but also not shy to play a bit of handling for a couple throws.
Yeah, and you can see VIF really forcing him under to come and collect those discs. Doing a good job of that. Renault with the disc.
And then we can see as soon as we get that they have forced him down, they can get the dump and then keep going up to where he's most comfortable.
Defensive block, but a call mailed on the field. And we can see both
both players seem to be praying.
Yeah.
Maybe to some sort of upper power, divine intervention to send that foul back.
Yeah.
You can find a replay on it. Yeah, it seems to be Tompen just maybe being a bit too physical on that mark. Maybe getting more body than he gets disc. Although they're still not quite agreeing, although they have sent it back, so maybe they're just discussing what to reposition.
Foul contested, it seems like, this going back.
Yeah, it seemed accepted.
Okay, uncontested foul.
All right, it's called accepted now. Uncontested is old news.
And Burjuman.
Another open side. Seems to be some...
punching it in, and calling himself in as well.
Filipowski first signaling the pick, but then stretching out his fingers to signify that it was indeed a goal he was signaling. There does seem to be some confusion. I think maybe whether or not he touched the line before. But yeah, no, in the replay we can see it's quite clear. Just sliding, using those pants sheltering his bare skin, and can slide on the turf all that he wants.
Yeah, and 3-3 with only 13 minutes remaining. Turning out to be a quite scrappy game this, which maybe was expected actually, between these two teams. Both knowing each other extremely well and trying to play to their own strengths and to your opponent's weaknesses. Let's see here. Ooh. Dahlberg
really wanting the deep look, but not really getting any cutters cutting for it.
Yeah.
Now
you can see Lelle really working that deep space, trying to get free of his mark. Oof.
Ooh. That's a good matchup.
Oh, great grab under pressure, but then the dump just turfed. And Burjuman with a chance to break back and
take us back to
serve.
Being on serve. Ooh, yeah.
Great end zone defense there, stifling the first attack by the French.
Not really seeming to get their flow going off the end zone set. A bit of just scurrying around in the end zone and not really having any sort of structure. So just looking to almost jumping it in, ending up on the line.
Yeah, and we can't really see it from the field here or from our camera, but now we get a better view of it.
Now it seems some sort of stoppage has occurred, although I'm not really sure which it is. Some hand signals would be nice, but I think these players are too old to care, at least some of them. At least we have one hand signal there. Maybe not an official one, but at least signifying I have no clue what happened.
Oh, trying to squeeze it into the corner. Oh,
once more.
And they finally succeed. Third time's the charm.
Yeah.
And Burjuman get it done.
Yeah. Number 45, they're really working this defender, and I think convincing the entirety of VIF that that's the person that they want to send to, and just opening up the sort of open side cut from Loris there to pick it up in the end. Yep. Same space but different player, but just as effective either way. So now we're back on serve. One break apiece for each team. I think VIF are not looking all too happy with themselves for this last point. But hopefully they can channel that energy and create a hole out of it instead. Burjuman on the pull. Getting it. Pretty good one. Fielded by Dahlberg.
Filipovsky with the disc. And looking for the hammer. Whoa!
Whoa, what a
great grab.
Grace from Dahlberg.
Lele with the disc.
Cheeky Scuber.
Yeah, why use a backhand?
Swing it back. I mean, we're playing indoors. Scubers are to be expected.
Yep. Wikfors trying to go back and forth.
Nice thrower led pass. Just throwing his receiver open onto the break side where he can just run on and get it.
4-all. A real game on our hand.
Yeah. I feel it is, as we said, it is turning out to be quite a good game, a very close game, and I think these are both of these teams are definitely sort of deserving of playing this quarterfinal, and I feel also both of them are deserving to qualify as well, but only one can.
Exactly, none of these teams expecting to end up any lower than 4th place, I think, when they went into this tournament. Of course, fighting for that top 4 with a win here, securing a place in the semi-final. And a great deep put there. Ooh. And a great sky by Burjuman. This time the other way around. Number 15 put in the disc, and Manal de Santos going high for that grab.
I think Manal as well using his that sort of left-hand advantage there to get it just the tiniest bit afterwards and getting that read.
A great challenge by the 2 competitors, and the game is continuing to stay quite spirited, which is nice.
Yeah, Tompen, they're just coming up a little bit shy. Manal just having a slightly better read on it, even getting complimented by the other Wikfors player for his great play, and seemingly by the Örebro coach on the sideline afterwards as well.
Yeah.
Fans seem to be getting what they want. Looking for that deep look. It's not quite there, so just holstering it, instead opting to play it back. Let's see. Lele just wide open right now. Recognizes that he is being poached.
And that disc is turfed. Yeah. Miscommunication by Wikfors, and Pierre Lemaire going to pick up the disc. Yeah. Not in too much of a rush, of course.
I think as well also it's sort of a case of what these players, who they expect to be throwing, who they expect to be cutting. I think Johan Leandersson, Wikfors, usually isn't their one of their main throwers. He's more so expected to be a receiver, so seeing him actually going for the assist rather than the goal and putting up the hammer, I think maybe wasn't as expected, which probably led to that miscue that they had.
Burjuman working the field. We see Renault with the disc halfway. Taking the timeout.
No, veteran call. Probably notices that is their sort of setup is lacking a major structure now, so just taking a breath, making sure that they punch this, break in, get to half, and then take it from there. Do you remember who started on offense? If this is if Burjuman gets to keep playing offense afterwards, if they do punch this in, or is it
No, I'm pretty sure that.
Vikkofors is starting off as after the half, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this isn't as important for Burjuman as it would be for Vikkofors to, I mean, get the disc back and break it. But it's definitely super helpful. I don't think anyone can argue against.
And Anton, how's your day been going? Obviously, you just finished up the game right before coming here to commentate the booth. How did that go?
Yeah, so we just, usually I'm in the sort of repping the Hello Stockholm merch, as my co-commentator is, but I just arrived from our last game. So we started playing placement matches against a lot of other Swedish teams who have ended up in this sort of similar position. We had a rematch against Linköping, who's I think appeared on stream quite a few times, so they're they're a household name at this point. We were very eager to sort of get back on them after our loss against them yesterday, but we bounced back quite well and won with the help of the Mercy Cap even, so we're quite happy with that.
Well done, well done. Nice to see. And Burjuman punching it in, bringing it to half.
Nice to see from them as well. Really goes to show that using that timeout gave them the chance to gather up, maybe draw up some pull play, and just switching the field once, switching it all the way, and then finding that open side. So that should take us to half.
Yep.
Which means, yeah, disc should be staying with Burjuman. But it might be a side switch, apparently. Let's see. So not a lot of time left to go. Vikkofors really needs this hold, and then at least one more break to get us to Universe, and then another break on top of that. It's quite a steep road ahead for Vikkofors. I think they probably feel the pressure mounting, that they know that they need this right now. But I think they've been up to similar tasks before, so it's nothing new for them. It's just for them to hope that they can still manage and still deliver when it really matters.
Yep. Here we see Pierre Lemaire with the pull. In no rush, but here it comes.
It's also been a little bit scary, some of these pulls, being quite sharp since it's indoors, but it being outdoor pulling rules, meaning that if you drop the catch, it's a turnover straight away. As we see a huge D there, up in the air from just what you'd expect. Burjuman number 15, showing that he is the king of the airspace.
Yep. And we can hear the buzzer sounding there. And
it should be, yeah. If they punch this in, it should be over then, right?
Yeah, I believe so. And Pierre going for the deep, not
really
finding
just
it.
Working this the final way out.
Going for the up line.
And then the field switch. I was gonna say, hopefully they don't sky each other and end up something in a weird spot, but I believe that should be game. Let's just see that everyone's in agreement about it.
Okay, it looks like they're playing on. Maybe the game was delayed and they're
yeah, because the timer on site wasn't quite, at least in the graphic down there, isn't quite. So this might be a delay of game, but I'm not quite sure. Yeah. Players from each team are referring with the scorekeepers now just to see what the states are. But play is still going on. I guess we'll find out.
Nonetheless, games continuing. Vikkofors not want to back down. No.
I mean, Burjuman showing that even if we're not quite sure, still laying it all on the line, getting the bodies out there. So it should be now at least done that. If they punch this in, we should be done.
Anyways, our internal clock going down to 0, meaning no doubt the game should be, or the time has run out at this point. And if, let's see if we can get another big duel.
Yes, they can.
And we can.
And Burjuman is really, really excited about it.
And
And
now
I think, yeah,
game is over.
Deservedly so. Yeah. Now definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Point cap should definitely have gone on by now, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mercy cap should be going on.
And Burjuman going to the semi-finals.
And I feel deservedly so. It was like fairly close in the beginning and them trading a lot, but then second half coming around and Burjuman really showing who's boss.
Yep.
So I think that's that for us right now, and then we'll sign out and then hope to see you next stream.
Yep. Take care and play fair.